Hey everybody, it's Andre. So I'm cooking today, and you're just coming in at the end of my cooking, okay? So what I was making today is shepherd's pie, okay? So the first thing I had to do is I had to make mashed potatoes, and I made two types of mashed potatoes. I used golden potatoes and russet potatoes. I bought the big ones and then I just cut them and boiled them in this soup pot right here. Okay? Then I drained them after they cooked enough. I didn't add any salt or anything to the water. After that, after I drained them, in this pot, I put in milk, cream cheese, non-dairy cream cheese, a half a tub of that, and like a quarter of a tub of non-dairy butter. Okay, and then I just mixed it around, and then I added in about a cup of non-dairy cheese, the cheddar Monterey Jack blend, like the Mexican cheese looking kind of stuff. And I stirred that in, and then I added the Trader Joe, whatever this says, which had onions, celery, and carrots in it. And they were diced, so I threw those in there, so because I wanted to have vegetables in my one that I'm going to have with my mom, because my brother doesn't like vegetables, okay? In my brother's one, I didn't add that. Instead of adding the vegetables, I added more cheese. So his is like a lot of cheese, like it's mostly cheese. Okay, then while I was doing that, I put some water in a pan in this wok, and I added some meatballs, and then I boiled the meatballs. Well, they were previously cooked, but I cooked the meatballs. And then I added some beef gravy, savory gravy that I bought at the store. It comes in a jar. And I've just been like simmering this in the gravy, kind of like Swedish meatball kind of style. The meatballs are for my brother because he doesn't eat vegetables. So me and my mom might want more of these, the mashed potatoes with the vegetables in it, and he might only want a little bit of mashed potatoes. And then, well, I guess we could all share the meatballs, but the gravy, then we can all share the gravy and stuff too. Then next up, what we have is we have the actual cooking that has been done. Yeah. Which are these. I let them sit for 5 minutes. That's what the beeping is about. The beeping is because I set the timer for 5 minutes. So what I have here, I have two different types of muffin thingies. These look like chocolate, but they're not. And these look like they're white chocolate, but they're not. Because they have corn in them. Oh, I'm going to clean this. Let's see if we can zoom in. You see it? There's corn in those. Okay, these ones, well, you can't really tell the difference, but there's hamburger in those. Okay, so let me get out a plate. Or actually, I'm going to use the cutting board. Okay. And now what I'll do is I'll grab one of these ones that I already stabbed, because I had to check them. So I'm going to grab this one. See if it'll come out of the hole. Hold on. I need both hands for this. Jesus. These are biscuits, by the way. And they don't want to come out of their holes, so that's a problem. Let me find a spoon. And I'll try and get them out with the spoon. So then I pull it out. It looks like this. Okay. And I'll grab one of these. Hopefully it'll come out. Yay, this one just came right on out. Okay, this is what they look like. I buttered the inside of the things. That's why these are like darker brown, because I didn't put anything in, but I did put butter. So anyway, that's what they look like. Okay. And what these are is they're made out of Bisquick, which is how you make biscuits, apparently. Okay. And what I did for this one, for this one is I put a half can of corn in a container, and then I added a handful of the shredded Mexican cheese, and then I added milk and Bisquick. And what I ended up with was these corn-filled muffin things. Cheese muffins, kind of. Corny cheese muffins. Okay? And then on this one, what I did is I took a pound of hamburger, put it in some water, and I cooked that till all the grease came out. Okay, then I added salt and pepper. I added a little, like maybe like a quarter of a cup maybe of the savory gravy. And I added a half a container of cream cheese to that, because I didn't want to use milk in this one because I thought it'd be too sweet. And then I added the Bisquick to it and a little bit of water. And then, so I came up with these, which are hamburger muffins. They're filled with hamburger. Yay. Okay. And now for the plating, what I'm going to do is I'll make my brother's one first. So now I'm plating my brother's one. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna alternate these on the plate, like so. See, I cut them and then I put them around the mashed potatoes. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and I'll just leave you down here. You can't really see, but this is hot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my ladle. I'm going to ladle out the gravy onto Raymond's plate. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add meatballs. Add 2 meatballs to each side. Or each gap, I should say. That way then there's 2 meatballs in each gap. And then go ahead and I'm going to add more water to the gravy, because it's been boiling for a while. And then I'm going to put this around in here like so. Yeah, I have a little bit too much dryness to the gravy. Okay. Then, because I didn't season it too much, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic salt to the mashed potatoes underneath where you can't see it. Then I have a ladle full of gravy, and I'm just going to pour it on the food. And then that's what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay. Looks like that. Okay. So hopefully Raymond will like it, and hopefully if you guys make it yourselves, it'll be good for you. Okay, smooches.